Hello, Earthlings. It is I, Zoltan. I hijacked the stream for tonight. One moment, please. Stand by for an uplink from Zoltar. Oh, hey, oh, I forgot to take off jacket. Oh, okay, that wardrobe change did not go so smooth.
Oh, well, it takes practice.
Oh, that was hilarious. Okay.
That was awesome.
And I only thought of it at the last minute. I was like, if nobody shows up, I had a good plot line came up with really quick.
This'll work.
Yeah, we'll try it next time.
Oh my God,
We're always under attack from a distant generation. They may scoop us up at any point. Black vans, spaceships, who knows?
Dude, the black van thing was like real shit during COVID.
The black van? What?
Yeah.
Who was getting scooped up?
I had some friends doing like protest observing in Portland.
Yeah.
And they were literally like the vest, like impartial observer, like we're just here to make sure like some shit's not going down. They got grabbed by some dudes in a black van. And I can't remember, like an unmarked van. I can't remember what agency it ended up being, but it ended up being like an actual government agency.
Knock
them off the street. And then they're like, oh, sorry, didn't know you were like a lawyer and like here to be an impartial observer. Oopsie. But that's how everybody found out, was because they grabbed the impartial observers.
Yeah, like, sorry, our other hat wasn't the right,
oopsie. Like it, and I was like, you did what in the where now? Like that was real shit. Like that was.
You got to pay attention to the briefing, kids. Don't go grabbing up the attorneys.
Don't go grabbing up the people with the vest that say fucking impartial observer, you idiot. Like, it was, and they were like, you want to volunteer? I was like, fucking no. Oh, I said the bad word again on YouTube.
It's impossible. I tried to date on the camera. It didn't work. I think I lasted all of the first sentence.
I know. You're like,
are you writing contracts?
Yeah, I'm actually just like marking them up. It's really just like, hey, it's a planning project, so there's not really any risk, but just look at this and see like what's wrong. And it's like, it's stuff like, we want a project specific insurance policy. And I'm like, dude, no, you're not getting that for your $40,000 planning exercise. Like, and all it is you just be like, hey, this doesn't actually exist on the market. So it's really, it's a typo. Like if I could buy this for you, I would, but it doesn't exist. So
right. It's not a policy that exists.
It's not a policy thing. It's not me being a shithead. It's just me. Like I would buy this for you if it existed.
Oh, hey, did you see on today's show, just in case anybody out there wants to help recycle, if you know anybody who's got lots of these around, like concert parking lots, if you see them thrown by the car. Yeah, they're nitrous.
I'll save mine.
Yeah. So if you got if you know friends that have them, they got lots of them.
Yeah.
These.
Yeah.
If you got more than 6 boxes,
they go in my whipped cream maker.
Yeah. Go to stonedmetalart.com if you got more than 6 boxes of 50 and enter the info, and I send you a shipping label and you ship them to me and I weld creatures out of them.
Cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a way to clean up the parking lots, and that's how it's going to get publicized, right? Because I'm going to put little things by the trash cans that say, throw it out, I'll turn it to art, get a discount even. Fucking, yeah, that's what you have little coupon deals, right? Grab a discount code or snap a discount code picture.
I love it. Well, in other profit-making enterprises, I actually had my consult with Agris tax attorney today. I talked to Matt.
How'd it go?
Get really good. It's so funny because I can form whatever business you want. I can insure it. I can do the contract for it. When you're like, and which would be the best one for taxes? It's like, fuck if I know.
Yeah, good. Well, that's good. So how would you book him for like an hour?
His free consult's like 10 or 15 minutes. And like we went over because we started talking about we started talking shop, which we always end up doing, even though I say I don't want to, and then I end up talking shop anyway because I can't help myself. But
attorney shit.
Attorney shit, yeah. But I'm gonna pay his hourly to write. I'm like, okay, I understand and agree with everything you said. I will not remember it. Like
just
I took
write me a little plan or synopsis.
Charge me your hourly for a memo with all the things that you just said. And he's like, okay, great. Because I don't like to pick people's brains like for free. I think that is
no. You're asking him professional shit.
I was asking him like professional. So I'm gonna pay his out. And Matt is cool. So you guys should consult with him because and I guess I knew this, but then
he's the other agorist attorney. But
he has a yearly rate too. So like you can pay his hourly. Or you can pay a flat yearly rate, and it's like obviously it's reasonable access. This is not a 24/7. He's not your concierge.
He's not going to court with you for that.
He's not going to court with that.
He's not letters off of him.
Don't call him outside of business hours, but you're like, you can be like, hey, I'm going to buy this thing. How do I buy it so I can write it off or whatever? So he told me what business to go form, which is I know how to, especially in Washington, it's all online.
Forms are easy.
It's super easy. So we're going to do an LLC.
You need an attorney. They're really hard.
No, don't pay an attorney for that shit. Literally, most states, you're like, click, I want to form an LLC. Click, done.
Give us money. Take your money. They're like, oh, you're making money? Yeah, we'll take some.
Yeah. So it's going to be an LLC. So first thing I need to do is go get a PO box because I'm not putting my home address on a corporate registration.
I was going to say, unless you use an attorney as your registered agent, and then all the correspondence and all that shit goes to your registered agent.
Yeah, I don't want to pay for that right now.
It costs. I know.
I forget how much CSC is popular on the West Coast.
Hey, you should see if you're an attorney and you're all that. You should be a registered agent for people.
Fuck that. No.
All you're doing is answering mail and forwarding it.
I know, but I'm it's not very much money. It's not very much money, and it would irritate me more than it profited me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you would need some law student.
I would be irritated. I would be annoyed, and we use the company that I work for uses CSC, which is Corporation Service Company, and people serve them, and they send us an email and say you got served with this, do something about it, and that's great. I don't know how much they cost. I mean, it's not good. I'm just going to get a PO box. I'll be my own registered agent. I don't care. You can send me certified mail to the post office if you need a mailing, but I'm not putting my home address on a corporate registration. I've already not done a good job of keeping my home address OPSEC-y. And so I don't need to make it worse.
Did he tell you to start a holding corp at all?
It's an LLC, yeah.
And then put shit underneath it, name it something else, Patty's Holding Corp, and then just do DBA as.
Yeah. So we got to come up with a name. People write in, tell me what I should name my LLC. So it's gonna be this LLC is gonna be a construction company. So I'm not gonna do the holding company yet. This is just gonna be the construction company. It's gonna be services.
If you start a holding company, it's easy because it's an LLC. Just because
it's super easy. So I'll do it if once I do property, then I'll do the holding company. But for the construction, it's going to be a straight construction company, and it's going to be electric car chargers, generators, and RV off-grid solar.
Oh yeah, and the $7,500 tax credit I think is back on for fully electric now. So
yeah, so if you buy a Tesla you got to look though. You have to go pull up your car model and make sure there's some left for it.
There's this whole. Oh, I thought they just renewed that shit.
No? Well, it's you can still get it, but there's a very large number cap per car model, and so once.
So for that model,
you have to go make sure that there's some left, and it's everything is left except for some of the really older popular Teslas. But everything
there's a company downtown Seattle that way back when I first looked at this before the batteries got way better. They had neighborhood electric vehicles, right? So they could go faster than 35, but they're all computer regulated to 35.
Yeah.
Look like cars and shit, but they just don't have crumple zones. They don't have airbags because they're NEV regulated cars, but they qualified because are 100% electric,
cool.
and you can use them on any street that's 35 or less.
Yep.
So if you're getting around town and a neighborhood, they're ridiculous and brand new, like the 7-passenger van. I want to say when we looked at it back then, it was like 18,000, and then you take 7,500 off. You're like, holy shit! I'm gonna have a 7-passenger, like run all the kids to school.
That's really good.
Safeway, blah blah blah. Oh, yeah. People
That is really good.
Don't overlook those because that was back then before the imports.
Yeah.
Now I know they're important. Yeah. The neighborhood electric vehicle as a whole class. Shit, if you got somewhere to go and you can't go over 35 to get there.
Yeah, I mean from here to the school, it's like 35 all the way.
And Safeway.
Yeah,
and
Safeway. Yeah.
All the right in town activities.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, yeah, I think cars are more like a fleet. Like,
yeah, I mean, it will be. It'll be like those green bikes, you know.
Is there something? Yeah, the green bikes, like on my list.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the green trikes.
Yeah, I would take a trike.
You get the basket. You can put a lot of shit in them.
Because I'm not gonna travel with a helmet in case I'm gonna jump on a bike, and I'm not that confident in my bike riding abilities.
But 10 blocks to the grocery store,
trike.
Like 10 blocks, no problem. It's silly to drive the car down there.
Yeah, no, totally agree.
Electric options, something.
If I wasn't so far up a hill, there's lots of times where I was like, I should just ride my bike down there, but like, I'm not gonna ride back up the hill. If I had an e-bike, I would do it.
Yeah, if you had 8 bags of groceries in the side pans on a bike, you'd die on your hill.
Nope. I have a bike trailer. I can put them in there, but I'm not going to be able to get it back up the hill. So.
See, that's where the electric assist is so beautiful.
That's what I mean.
You could just go to Safeway, go grocery shopping, and zip back up there. Exactly. The combo of stuff for like making all that like walkable cities and all that. It's so much like, like.
I don't want to live in a walkable city because I don't want anybody close enough to me to walk to.
Not like walkable, you know what I mean? Like 15 minutes. Like it's so
15 minutes is fine.
All the evil bastard shit, what they're talking about. Like,
I don't want it in my building.
Klaus Schwabiness and experience it. Like what was cool about old Portland was that all the neighborhoods were like that. In every within a mile, there was a grocery store, like 8 bars, a strip bar.
Like just. I mean, downtown Burbank is like that. I really like downtown Burbank. I really like. I live there. I didn't live in a super walkable part, but I was walking distance to like a little grocery store, Porto's Bakery, like a bunch of restaurants.
I think walkable in the age of the electric assist bike and such is a whole new like.
It's way bigger. Like Burbank now,
mile radius. And
you had an e-bike when I was down there. Oh, I'd have been all over that. Because I used to ride my bike all over the place down there.
It's a lot of area. It's a lot of area.
Yeah. And Burbank
put in parking and like no maintenance, no expense, no insurance.
Yeah, Burbank put in a really great bike path down like Magnolia Boulevard right through the center of town. And it was like in the middle and it was divided and it was really nice.
It's like I hate all the like public spending bullshit and all of it, but fuck if you're gonna build a road.
Yeah. Well, the way they did it,
a bike path in.
Like that road needed to be ripped up and redone anyway. Right. So like the ad cost to do that was, I don't think it was that much.
It's relatively small. And think about every fucker that had a 3-mile trip or 2-mile trip that's not in your way on your 10-mile, 15-mile trip.
And it's used, like people use it to the point where they were like, maybe we should have made this a little bit bigger because so many people use it.
Yeah, then you start getting to be traffic on the bike trail.
Yeah, I mean, on the anarchist side, like I would pay for use, make them like toll roads.
Oh, yeah, a good trail system.
Yeah. I'll pay you all day long for a permit for a trail system if you build it nice and not scary and.
Yeah, or like you got a trail system, and if you want to use electric on it, like you can human hoof it all day long, and then that way nobody's like kept off of anything.
Right? Yeah, you can human walk it or regular bike it, and then permit the e-bikes.
Yeah, it's like voluntary. You know what? I bet you just had like a QWERTY on some shit like that, and it would start to just generate.
Yeah. do it. Well, out here, especially if they would make them nice. And then the problem is, at least in LA, the problem is for the nice bike paths. Now it's just lined with RVs and tents from homeless camping. So you can't ride down there because if somebody steps out in front of you, everybody's going to die. So,
yeah, it's as scary as driving around here with all the center median trees and the fucking black hoodie guys.
Oh my God. Like I saw somebody, gosh, I guess it was today after I did school drop off. I was coming back down like the highway, and it's like a 2-lane highway through town. And somebody was just like jaywalking across like where the trees start to end. And it was light outside, but it was like dark hoodie and just like meandering across the street.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to get literally creamed by, Jack always says hit by a gravel truck.
No, down there. Yeah, those trucks.
There's literally a gravel plant
coming down the mountain.
Literally going to get hit by a gravel
of rock.
Full of rock.
And those guys, yeah, they move. They're just
on. Do it. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny. If you walk in front of a car in Washington, you're pretty much fucked. You're like the driver has no liability.
Wow.
Like, yeah. Ask my mom walking in front of a drunk driver after a Seahawk game, and like she had like brain stuff and had to go to their bills, but it was like, yeah, there's nothing you can't like submit them to them because you like walked in front of them. She got ticketed.
Yeah, I mean,
he got DUI'd, but she got ticketed too.
Yeah, I mean, husband had someone do that at like he was going to an emergency service job at like 3:30 or 4 in the morning in downtown LA, and like all those like all the freeway go like under the underpass and there's all that stuff. And somebody like walked. He said it's like the most scared the scariest close call he's ever had. Because he's in the big 2500. That's like probably a 10 or 12,000 pound truck going down the freeway.
Yeah,
at 55 miles an hour. Somebody just walked out. And it was like he didn't get him, but he obviously called 911 and said, "There's a dude under the
underpass, just randomly walking."
Get him, like,
yeah,
like that's not. I mean, and everybody talks about LA and traffic, but like if there's no traffic, people in LA are cranking along at about 70, 80 miles an hour, and like
how fast can it go between lights?
That's right. Yeah. So, well, that's why here I'm always afraid I'm going to get a ticket because if there's no traffic, my brain just goes, go.
Oh, yeah. There's no cops out here relative.
Here, though, right? Yeah.
Well, but in your little neck of the woods, there's a lot of
here,
cops.
They're bored. They're very bored.
You get to the city and it's just like, so much other shit to do.
They're busy. They're busy.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the, I saw that, I watched the news for like a half a second this morning. There's some shooting shit in Northern Cal, I guess, and they're like, "Oh, probably like, related to the fucking gang stuff, like from Mexico." It's like, duh,
right?
Just they took out all. They just de-state. Didn't they just declare war down there, like the government against the cartels?
They probably did.
I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I think it was like something. Now it's all. Or no, they arrested that one guy's kid. Yeah. It was
attention at all.
It was like El Chapo's kid or whatever. Yeah, no, they were like like downtown Mexico. I guess like firefights and shit. Like,
well, I saw. Is it Derek Bros that's opening the the intentional community in Mexico? Who is that?
I think so. Yeah. I think. That sounds familiar. Like
and I was
like Vallarta or something?
Yeah. And I was like, that sounds lovely until the government decides they want it.
Right. Yeah. Have a history of confiscation.
No rights down there.
Not confiscation, nationalizing.
They can just take your shit because you're not, I mean, unless they've got a process where it's owned by like a Mexican corporation or something, which I guess is totally possible.
Yeah, nationalization is a thing.
I mean, look, people talk about, oh, this is wrong in the U.S., but I mean, at least if they're coming to take your property. And
I want to see it. I want to say in Mexico that you cannot buy property like we buy it. Like it's a 99-year land lease. I believe
it's available in the area.
Okay.
But that was that's beaches. I'm pretty sure.
They're not forever ownable, just like for a long time lease deal.
That's somebody was telling me that's the way Japan works.
Oh, dude, that was a whole class in finance on like net present value of like the value of the land goes down every year, right? As you get closer to not owning it.
Right. And then it's zero.
Whatever they won to that owner at that mark time. But then like what's the curve look like is halfway through the time period, like half, but then inflation. It's like, wow, try to figure that out.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I got it like from a logic tree standpoint and how they set it up, but I just like my brain wouldn't accept the input, so I just had to stop thinking about it.
No, it's one of those like, fuck, okay. I think U.S. Forest Service stuff's like that. I think they're 99-year leases on Forest Service land because it goes irreversible. Like that's why all those cabins are ancient, and then but at the end you won't have it anymore. Or it's not transferable after 99 years, and then it's
I mean, we have that out here by the mountain. They're like, it's a Forest Service cabin. I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Although, fuck, with the new with you drop in a Tesla wall and a rain collection, and like, okay, it's 100-year-old log cabin.
Yeah, I know you could. I think there's going to be, I agree with all of our like podcaster friends and content creators that there's going to be a property sale pretty quick here. Like I agree with that assessment. So hoping with the side hustle in like a year, 15 months, we'll be positioned to jump if something goes up for sale down there.
It's gonna take sticky pricing theories. Prices don't come down as quick as they go up.
Right.
So they're going to lag. It will take a while. The shit will have to slow down and stop selling, and then it'll be reactionary, and then to try to hit the bottom of that cycle, it will be behind everything, but you'll see it ahead of time. So
I'm thinking like 1 to 3 years, depending on how things go.
Because interest rates will get back to damn near zero again.
They're going
to have to.
Yeah.
Or they're not going to be able to float the debt. Well, the whole thing about moving to electronic digital currency and then being able to just digitalize it and nobody will give a fuck. And then they can just give the wink in one of these appropriations and just stop this fight. Every January, forever, just wink it in thing because now it's just digits and nobody fucking cares.
Yeah, I agree.
Because their shit's all just pegged off our shit.
Yeah. And so I know that like, I think Jack was talking about this the other day, you know, raw land always gets hit worse than a house on it. So that's what I'm going to want. Something out there.
Yeah. Or people will need like eating money and they got 10 lots. Then you're buying a marginal unit.
Yep.
Because it's not what they would sell their last lot for. It's like, I got 100 lots or whatever.
Right.
Like, fuck, we need some cash flow too. Boom, short-term fixing, of like, when people are making decisions for bad reasons.
Well, and that's what I'm looking for too, is people who are like, okay, I got 20 acres, I need eating money. What do I do? And since they're unincorporated, they could literally shave me off a couple of acres.
And rezone, just replot it. Boom, you pay the fees onward and just make them forever to pay grocery money.
Yeah. And it would be cash purchase because I would just get a home. I would get an equity loan off my house and just pay cash, you know.
Or have them carry the note. You're paying them interest.
Whatever. Yeah.
You're paying them grocery money for the next 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, or it's like
don't spend this all in one place, you knuckleheads.
Yeah. Owner finance for like 2 years and just split the cost into 24 months and I'll just, you know, with a default, if I default, they get to keep the money or whatever, you know, some really nice default provision.
Oh, land's fun. Just be ready. Yeah. Now you know you're focused now. And now when it comes into scope, you're going to be like more like, how can I just make the work now?
I had one come in, but it was too much money. It was like 3.5 or 4 acres and they wanted like $480,000 for it. And I was like, nah.
No way.
Nah. I'm looking like under 200. So
Just wait. Oh
yeah, I saw one and it was recreational land, but you could never build anything on it. So I was like, nah.
Super zoned crazy.
Super crazy.
This
but
probably the line up there.
yeah, it's a little too much. But
just wait.
Yeah, you got Squatch property for sale. Bites on that?
I rewrote the ads. I fucked with the price a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to start making it, people don't shop in January and February.
Yeah, that's true. It's that, like, I do, but I'm not normal. So.
No. People are like, it will show way better in the early spring when shit starts like growing, and you could go, oh, there's the mountain, instead of like, through the fog, the mountain's right over there.
It's really windy right now, but
Yeah, but we'll see. I'm fucking around with ads and making the wording right, and blah blah. I got them right now where I have big like owner will finance, but I'm gonna rewrite a different ad that's more like straight relatory, like bring your clients, happy to cover your. Don't they get usually half when they split commissions with the listing agent?
Yeah, so it'll be like a 6 total, and they'll do 3 and 3 or something.
Yeah, so I'll put right in there. Like I'll pay a couple of points.
Yeah, and that's usually like where you get to negotiate the most. Like you can, your realtor will take a couple off the commission or whatever.
Yeah, it's like I'll pay you a couple of points depending if you're bringing me an owner finance buyer or cash buyer.
Yeah,
maybe pay them 2.
People listening. Brian will do owner financing.
Oh yeah. It's going to be enough down to hurt badly if you quit paying.
Yeah, it's got to be enough skin in the game to hurt if you walk away, and if you default, you're not getting your money back. But that's like, and that's what I don't get. People are in that like land group or like in whatever. They're like, I need owner financing and I don't have any money to put down, and I'll pick your corn for you. I'm like, no, that's illegal. What you're asking.
Yeah. No. It's going to be like at least, probably 40,000 down. I think the ads is 50.
Sounds right.
That's enough to like,
But like that,
if I gotta hire somebody and move you and clean your shit and put it back to how it was and all that, it will cover it.
Yeah, yes. I mean, there are totally people out there that will owner finance, but you got to have enough for like a down payment commitment, and
then I can just stick it in Bitcoin or a savings account,
whatever, under the mattress, whatever you gotta do.
Dumb, then
my savings account is up to 3% now. 3% interest. When I opened it, it was 5
for the short period of time. We'll see how it goes.
I was just laughing because I do have American Express Savings has really good interest rates. Like
what?
It was 5 when I opened it. I mean, now it's 3. But
money.
Yeah, I know. It's somewhere to park it. That's if one account got compromised.
Buy gold.
Yeah, but I can't like liquidate gold super fast if I need to pay the mortgage or whatever. This is
you put in that Northwest group who wants to.
Well, that's true. I could, but you know what though? That's freedom sell shit too. They're like, well, I'll pay you, 70% of spot.
Yep.
And I'm like, no.
Try to get if you get a price delivered from like JM.
That's
like
what I do.
Your door delivered price.
Yeah.
That's a good price.
That's a good. What I usually do is like.
I'll just drive it right over to you right now.
Right. I do like this. I take it like, it's whatever it is. Like, I don't, you don't have to pay whatever price. I'm going to drive it to your house and you can pay me in Bitcoin.
But they're not getting spot for gold. Gold deliver. If you go get an ounce or two, it's not spot, it's spot plus.
It's spot plus, and that's why I'm like, I'll do, whatever JM is charging. It's fine.
That's why I set metal shit. It's a good reference for like a fair arbiter.
Yeah. And I had the same thing happen with the ammo. I was like, all right, I have a bunch of ammo. I sold this caliber of firearm. I need to sell the ammo. And I was going to charge, I use Freedom Munitions in Idaho. I love them. They're great. I was going to charge whatever Freedom Munitions was charging because they're really reasonable.
No tax and free delivery.
And free delivery. And I'll bring it to your house and I'm not going to charge you taxes. So it was 45. So I think I said 90 cents a round, a little lower. It was $1 a round at the time, something like that. And they were like, well, I'll give you, 58 cents a round. I was like, or it can sit in my closet. Whatever.
Yeah, it's only going up.
It's only going up. It's not going to go bad. Like,
yeah. Oh, no. The expiration date on my 45.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't think so. It's really like, people are weird.
Yeah. You want to deal. I don't want to deal when I'm dealing like person to person. If I'm dealing with person to Supergiant Megacorp, fuck yeah, like I'm gonna clip every coupon, fucking deal I can find because they are like, M5M just marketing you,
right? Totally.
All day long. Any weaponry like defense, all's fair. But fuck, a fucking another creator,
a human that's gonna bring it to you.
Yeah, I don't whatever.
I was like, here's how much I paid for it. Here's the receipt. That's how much I want.
Right. Like, do you really want it, or are you just fishing? And if you're fishing for like just getting the price, like,
and I bought it in 2015, so that's telling you how much So, like,
someone's running a sale. Go get on a mailing list. Get a coupon.
Yeah,
come on.
and one of the people that was shitty about it ended up being the crazy van lady trying to sell food at Squatch.
Oh, dude.
I know.
That, do you know her? You still got her hookup?
I do. Yeah. I mean, I can see her. She doesn't have me blocked.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. She's probably on the stream right now. She's our fed. She's our fed.
She's our fed. That was that year's fed. Every Squatch we have a fed mascot.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh yeah. We had Furry Friday.
Fed.
What happens to a furry in the woods? We'll never know. Oh, backhoe is involved.
And there was some horse manure, and the dude drove into it.
Oh, then a car. Oh shit! All right. Well, should we call it an early night? Just roll.
We can.
Yeah, I don't know. You got shit to do. I got.
I always have shit to do. Are you kidding me?
I want to weld on the Space Needle some more.
Yeah.
It's turning into a giant mushroom. It's going to be.
Are you going to do commissions? Can you have people like collect a bunch of shit and give it to you and weld it together and we pay you money?
Oh, yeah. Oh, if you wanted it welded out of different stuff. Yeah. If you had a collection of weird. Oh, it'd be great. Give me shit in a box.
Yeah. Send you shit in a box.
And go with a note on it. Like, I want whatever. And I'll try to make it, but it probably, we'll see.
It'll be whatever.
Oh my God. That could be a hilarious project.
That would be, and you could be like, if you send me a box that's this size, it's $100 to weld it up. If you send me a bigger one, it's going to be $200 to weld it up. Oh my God.
Okay, stay tuned.
Stay tuned for Scrambling's Weld My Shit side hustle.
I'm definitely doing. I'm dragging the welder out to Squatch Fest to put something in the big field. I don't know what. Well, that'd be awesome. The center pole, right after seeing the that big wedding tent down the street, it was a giant, it was like a flower petal thing. It was a big giant center pole. And then triangles that were at different levels alternating going around it.
Wow.
So it covered a circle, but it was open so air could blow through it. So it was just up above you. Man, if we copied that and made a center pole that was metal, we could have built a bunch. Because it'd have to be a small center pole.
Dig a big hole and pour concrete so it doesn't.
Yeah, dig a big hole. We'll put all crushed rock in there. Shit's all concrete. Yeah, whatever we got to do to make it not a road.
Bomb proof.
Yeah. Or we could do like a fuck, we could use one of the big, huge straight pole trees and do the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
And strap like some piece of metal spiraled all the way around and up to the top, just enough to weld shit to.
Yeah, that
Or
would be cool too.
crisscross metal banding or something, right? Yeah, we could just use shit. You could just use
anything.
Yeah, that banding stuff for like putting pipes against a wall.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
conduit straps. Yeah.
Galvanized conduit straps. You could weld onto that super easy, and they're pretty strong. Especially if they're wound around a tree and you zipped a screw into it every foot or 3 or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Margin of error, stone.
We could get somebody with a crane to set a giant like metal pole.
Yeah. When I get the excavator this next time, if I have like more of a metal lift that I'm looking for, that would be. I'm gonna like use the grabber tooth this time. Now that I know, I'm getting the next bigger battery chainsaw, so I can just have it in the cab with me and hop out real quick though and delimb trees.
Hop out and just
and then I can grab the grabby and throw them in a pile instead of having them just everywhere, which made it impossible to drive and do all the shit. And then when we're burning the stuff to get shit out of the way, we're not burning good poles. We're just burning arms and leaves and whatever.
So the excavator, and then the other thing that I want to buy, and they're expensive, but I'm hoping to buy it before next winter. For now that I'll have the truck, I want to get a plow.
Ooh.
To put on.
Yeah, that'd be a prerequisite if you're going to have a place by the mountain.
So when it snows, everybody's like, "Oh my God, what do I do?" And they can pay me to plow their driveway.
It's a good side hustle, but it's a good thing to have too if you're going to have winter property like that.
And just have it. Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Oh,
You're going to be on the mountain. Yeah, it's probably a list of shit once you get out there. Like, ooh.
It's like a plow attachment, and that's kind of it though, because like once I have the property, I'll just rent a grader and
everything's gonna have to be like built to be used in the sub-zero for months. Water and all the showers are gonna have to have like electric tape.
You do the to start. We're only gonna run power to start for the first like couple seasons, right? And then because that's Crystal Mountain.
Plug in the trailers.
Yeah, Crystal Mountain only has power, and they charge $125 a night for 50 amp.
Yeah, you don't make any services for a while.
Yeah, so it'll just be power to start, and then eventually I want to do water and have full hookups.
Okay, we found the solution for the showers. If we flip the 320-gallon totes on top of each other,
okay,
and cut out the bottom one,
right?
A little less than the top one, so they overhang a little bit. You'll have the drip taken care of, right? And then you cut out a front door and then weld that cage together.
Oh.
And now you have a waterproof shower with a door, and you can just put a curtain on it. And then the Insta Hots.
Get the thing my dad has. So it's like an Insta Hot, and you just put a propane tank, but instead of having to like have a hose or whatever, you literally just throw the end into a tank or a lake.
We're gonna plumb it into like if we put one tank in the center, 320 gallon to hold 320 gallons.
Yeah.
Put a flow jet in a battery. We could run 4 showers.
That system is the Instant Hot and the pump. It's all together. You just throw the end in.
You think would it power 4 showers at a time?
At least 2. Yeah.
Thinking it's more efficient to build like one shower station, like a little pedal.
Or like
because you could collect off the top of all 4 of them.
Yeah.
They're all facing different direction. Center tank.
Start with 2 and make some money, and then add 2 more. They're about $500, and it's the Instant Hot and the pump and all this shit.
That's the deal. If you get just the heater unit and use PAX.
Yeah.
You can do 4 showers for the same price. I got the totes sitting over there.
Yeah, do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, the totes are paid for. We just got to make the water hot.
I got to start watching for totes again because I want to use a tote for my aquaponics setup.
Keep looking on Craigslist.
Craigslist?
In the spring, the big organic farms get their nutrient deliveries in those.
Oh, okay.
Like organic newts. I mean, you're not going to use it for, if you're going to use it for drinking water.
Nope.
Yeah, honey.
I'm gonna let rainwater run through it for a long time until I feel
yeah,
like
and you want to maybe
I'm gonna put catfish in it.
Yeah. So no, that's what I use from a lettuce farm down in like Hording.
Yeah.
Just to keep your eye out because they always had a deal like if you bought 4, you get the 5th free or something like that.
Yeah, and if I have extra, I'll take them to Squatch, and you can put them up on top, and you'll have.
Yeah. If you get a multi deal where they're going to give you a super deal, grab any extra you can grab. Or if you're really scouting them, or set up one of those search things to keep pinging you.
Oh yeah,
If you get a score, let me know because I'd even rent a truck that day. If they're like, "Oh, we got 3 extras," I'll go rent some truck.
I got a truck, and then I can borrow a flatbed from someone and just. Oh, you have a flatbed? I could come get your flatbed.
Not anymore. I saw it. No flatbed. Yeah, that's what I mean. But getting more totes. If you found a hookup where they're like, "Get these things the fuck out of here," and it was something acceptable for not drinking, but for being animal friendly,
right?
In a few years of rain running through them.
Yeah. Well, I think John's Tractor Supply rents a flatbed, and I think it's literally like $20.
Oh yeah. And I can grab my brother's F-150 that used to be mine.
So I'll have. Well, this is what's going to happen too. So once my truck gets here, I'm going to need to sell my old truck. It's old, but if somebody needs a 2500 2-wheel drive with a truck, with a real contractor body on it.
It's in good condition.
It's in really good. Yeah, we are the only owners. It's always been taken care of. I mean, I literally drive it like it doesn't have very many miles on it for what it's like a 2009, I think. And it definitely doesn't have more than 150,000 miles on it. It might only have 110.
And Patty will drive it to you.
I'll totally drive it to you. Wherever. I'll drive it to you and fly home. I don't care.
Oh man. Oh, let's see.
I'll be like road trip.
Oh yeah. I told Nicole I would totally remember Self-Reliance Festival to pump it.
Okay, I have the dates in my calendar. Hang on, hold on.
March 25th and 26th. I'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, put it in the show notes.
It's up on my thing right here.
March 25th and 26th, Camden, Tennessee. I flew into Memphis and drove up last time. It was not a bad drive.
Camden, they mean, I think I said Eastern somewhere.
Oops. Oh, Camden.
Western. It's like way west.
It's directly between Nashville and Memphis. So, like, if you fly into either one, it's going to be about the same drive.
Oh, okay. So get the cheapest ticket possible.
And the cheapest rental car. It's not a bad drive. I will tell you, I will never travel without a car battery jumper lithium battery again because I got a rental car with a battery that died while I was there. Now, if your battery's going to die, that's the place to do it. Is that Self-Reliance Festival?
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, oh, I'll save you. I'm like, it's fine, but
leaving lights on and you don't know, and the like trunk lights on.
No, it was a bad battery. They gave me a bunch of money back. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, we're really sorry. So Tennessee is weird. I don't know how else to say it. You know how you visit an area and you're like, okay, or you visit an area and you're like, I could live here. That was not an area where I went, I could live here. But I couldn't. It was not. The
little like banjo music was strong.
It was a lot, yeah. And so going to Self-Reliance Festival, it's super fun. I got to meet a ton of people. I am a whiner, so I recommend the VIP package so you don't have to park far away or camp there.
Oh yeah, and the Chef Keith Snow dinner was pretty damn good. It was really good.
And I got to watch Dr. Barry have people come up to him and try and convince him that vegan is totally healthy and awesome. That was he's a more patient human than I am.
Oh yeah.
I died. I had to walk away a couple different times because there was somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they were like, yeah, I was totally vegetarian for like 15 years and I was super healthy and I was working a lot of hours.
Well,
like,
think if you were like
what are your
back in the like Soho apartment with like Ayn Rand and the crew doing
yeah,
like Alan Ginsberg, they're all like hashing shit out back in the day, right? Like
yeah,
that's what it was like being an SRF, and
yeah.
people came with pretty high level shit to like gotcha with, or like rah, 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 what about this point, you know?
Yeah.
In the true master's style, he's
It
like
was fun to watch.
so obvious, like ba 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 ba. Fuck, it is great.
It was really like it was fun. It was fun to watch. Like the round table when you guys were up there, and
Oh, that was hilarious.
it was good. It was good. But
Yeah,
I can't do this year. I'm trying to remember why. Oh, I think I might have to be in Austin for a mediation.
you're like, oh, it's a long, it's Tennessee's not
It's far.
easy to get to just to
Far.
fly into. I used to have to do business in Franklin a lot,
Oh,
and fuck,
there was no direct flight. I had to. I forget. I think I laid over and I think I switched planes in Dallas.
Nashville, yeah, it killed my expense count.
Well,
It is hard to get to. It's expensive.
it was not
Like,
it was not a cheap trip. It was
no,
actually it cost me less money to do Jax.
because you're either staying downtown or in Franklin, and both are expensive. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like business and the cheap part. I'll just stay out by.
So like from the West Coast, it's hard. Like if you're in Texas, it's like an easy flight.
Because all the cheapy airlines are binging
Yeah.
and bonging out of there.
You're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in the center part of the country, it's really easy to get to SRF. If you're on the coast, it's a little trickier.
Yeah.
Which is like, can we do one of these in Colorado? Because that would be great. Or Idaho.
West Coast, Idaho place they could get for free.
Yeah, I know this great piece of property by the ocean.
Yeah. Sue, Nikki. SU. Yeah. If you Google SUNEEKEE, Sue Nikki, bam.
It
Like,
comes right up. Yeah, it comes right up.
yeah,
And like you
yeah.
could totally do that and rent. You could get an event company and have them bring in one of those tents like what they had at SRF. And they could come in and set it up for you.
If somebody's gonna fucking rent it, they can do whatever they want. I don't care.
If it was me and I wanted to have West Coast like SRF West Coast edition, I would take that property. I would have an event like a wedding company.
Yeah, I think that's what she did, didn't they? Or did they just rent the tent and they raised it?
Oh, maybe they did. I don't know.
I think the one in back was a little smaller over the food, and I helped them kind of raise that one.
Yeah.
But
I don't know about the other
front had big concrete things that looked like forklifts had moved around, and I don't. Maybe they did it themselves. Maybe they just rented the tent.
So that's what I'd do. I'd have someone put up a tent and a covered area for. I'd have someone come set up like a big ass generator for like an outdoor kitchen. And if I was going to do it on the West Coast, I'd provide all the food, so you don't have to move, right? Like I don't. That like again, whiner princess can't help it. But if I go to one of these things, I don't want to have. I want to pay you money, and then I want to not have to source anything else.
Yeah. You don't want to. Well, how many people do? Yeah, we could totally get away with doing a West Coast one. If I get the 6 villages with 6 huts up, that's about 250 people on the roof.
Camp. I don't mind. People can camp, but like there needs to be like food.
Right. There was food the whole time.
There was food the whole time.
Food.
The one place.
I got a couple of different things that were fucking awesome.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, what did you make?
Andy did the pulled pork. That was awesome.
Oh, the pulled pork I had. Yep, and the breakfast sandwich.
Yep. What was on the truck? I didn't get.
We had one snacky thing. It was like a waffle cone or some waffly thing. I remember some one sweet thing, and yeah,
you could totally do it at Squatch.
Somebody could.
I mean, that was the royal you. Brian and I are not doing that. Just to be so clear.
If we have enough tickets sold this year, like friends of ours opened up a food truck that does pizza. It's all up licensed like a license, but they won't come out if there's no people. So if we get to a certain number of people, they'll come out. Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen. When I talked to the keyboardist for Shaggy, we talked a little bit about it, and I was like, "Hey, seriously, if you just sell the tickets to your fans and give me 50%, you just keep the other half.
Yeah,
that's what you get paid.
Then we'll do it. Yeah.
There you go. No, Mike, literally, and he looked at me. I was like, no, literally, we have room for
literally. If you provide enough money for us to do it, we'll do it. Yeah, but we're not going to.
Yeah, I'm like, seriously, like, just sell your own tickets. Like, we're not like ticket. I'm not a promoter. I don't even say there's a show. You tell your people there's a show, sell them tickets and show up. Or don't. I don't care.
And those guys would have their own truck to call and say, come set me up a stage.
And I'd even pay for that too if they like, rah, rah, rah. Okay, we're gonna come fucking do 4 nights of shows. Okay.
I mean, like, look, you need like if you're gonna do that, I'll come run the board. Like,
and they're a Portland fish band. So yeah. Think about like the no hassle venue. Like, no prepayment.
You can come do whatever the fuck you want.
Come have fun.
Come do it and give me money, whatever.
But I gotta get the excavator. It's just too well.
It's the road.
March, but everything. Do you have trees budding?
Yeah.
Like the trees in the back are budding. The grass is all popping up. Like
it's all gonna get killed. It's like,
oh no, it's setting up the trees again. We didn't have cherries last year.
Oh, I had like 3 apples on my apple tree that I usually at least get like 20 to 30 apples off of it. I had like 3.
It tricked them. Remember that? Because it was February and then whap. So this year, now it's January and this whole fall spring thing. It's a really.
I'll tell you what, best citrus crop I've had since I lived here.
Epic. And it got hot. We had that 1 week of 100.
They love it. They like the hot and then the cold, and I've got them in that greenhouse. And the wind actually ripped my greenhouse apart. So that's Voltorb's job tonight, which is replastic the greenhouse because it's gonna freeze tomorrow. It's gonna freeze tomorrow, you guys. Like, cover your shit.
I just checked Home Depot. The Sun Tough stuff.
Oh yeah,
is back to like available and reasonable. Metal roofing, no.
Okay.
Yeah, the whipsaw on pricing. I was like, oh, because it's been a while. I've just been thinking about these panels. And like, I got 12 years out of these so far.
I kind of want to do it, but I also know that in the next like 15 months, I'm gonna tear that one down and build a bigger one. So
just wrap it with plastic.
We have it already. We bought a roll, and so I have it. I just have to staple it on.
Yeah, now that you used one in that spot, rebuild it, but differently. Like you can take advantage of like all the stuff different now that you know.
Well, I need to take the tree down, and once I take the tree down, I'm going to move it into the corner, so it's not taking up room.
Now you know about your prevailing wind and the sun path and all of it. You can just tweak to it. All.
Boy, we get wind. Wow. And I did get like the preliminary thumbs up from the HOA to move my fence where I want to move it.
Oh, just that little bit out.
It's just like 12 inches, but I have to move the fence, and so that's like a $6,000 project. So, yeah.
You gotta move everybody's fence or just yours?
No, just mine. But
I'll give you a quote on that fence.
All right, you want to move it? If there's a fence there, you just got to pull it out. So we might do it ourselves, actually.
Recycle all the parts.
Oh yeah, recycle all the parts, 100%. It's fence posts, concrete, and like I gotta figure out. Like I need to let my lawyer like deal with it, because if they let me do it the easy way, then it's easy.
Would you just cut them off at the ground and like?
Yeah, cut them off. Well,
leave the concrete in the ground and just over you go. Hello.
Maybe. I mean, they didn't do a great job, so it might need new fence posts. But
right. Once you cut them off, you need new fence posts because
So
for every 6 feet.
But other than that, the wood's there. It's brand new wood. They just did the fence. They just put it in the wrong place.
Kids.
Yeah. So that'll get me it's like probably a good 15 inches by 45 foot, the whole depth of my lot.
It's
So that's
space rock.
space, and then I can put my greenhouse all the way in the corner, you know,
Yeah.
and my
Do
hot
it
tub.
all.
Hot
And a
tub.
hot tub.
I'm putting a greenhouse with a hot tub in it, and that's gonna be my heat sink.
Oh yeah, yeah. Chicken Joe wants a hot tub in the worst way in the greenhouse. I'm like, we got some other shit. We got to fix it there first.
Find like a used soft tub and like put it out there.
I'm down with. I like a Japanese wood tub. Just
Yeah. I just want, and you know what? You can't even buy. I was totally looking for
smaller
like,
people, maybe.
I just want the size of a soft tub, like a 4-person, but not huge. I don't want any jets. I literally want a tub of hot water in my backyard. Not it's not
Oh man, the first day you put that out there, you're gonna get some like elk or something that's gonna come
I
stomp
know.
it and give you the
Yes,
funniest home
that is.
video ever.
Oh my god, I will put a ring camera back there. Like
A raccoon or
I came
something.
home really late. I came home at like 1 or 2 in the morning one night, and coming down my road, I turned down my road, and there were 2 like big ass, really healthy coyotes that I was like following, and they like ran into my yard and like into my backyard. It was
I'm
really
thinking
cool.
like the trash pandas find your neighbor's tap system and wiggle it loose to get all fucked up and are having a just giant party in your fluffy jacuzzi. Just pop, pop, pop,
The
pop.
best one ever was a post in my HOA, and they were like, "There's a bear that keeps breaking into my whatever. I'm gonna call animal. Like somebody come shoot it for me. I'm gonna. I'm like, dude, no.
Was it
You
really a bear or was it a
yeah,
kid
it
grabbing
was a
beers
bear.
out of the
Oh
window?
no, it was a bear.
Yeah, I suppose you can't do that these days.
Yeah, I know. And we were like, well, what did it do? And they're like, well, it tipped over my trash can. And I was like, well, close your trash can or put it in the garage. Like I don't know.
1985, you just walked up and like saw if there were any cases of beer laying around, and like we're like, oh, finders keepers.
Oopsie. But they were like, I'm going to call animal control. I'm like, you literally live in the bear's habitat. You live in the forest, you idiot. Like, they make bear trash cans. Like, if you have have you, like in Yosemite, have you seen those? Like, you got to have an opposable thumb to open them.
You got it.
Yeah. Get a bear can. That's right. The bears can't get in. I said, get a bear trash can. They're like $500. Like, you'll be fine.
Go do it. Oh shit. All right. Top of the hour. Top of the hour. Let's blow out. We'll call it early.
Go to SRF.
Go to SRF. Oh yeah, and yeah, you had a good ringing endorsement for Matt. If you got it is that time of year for taxes. Yeah,
like,
if you start a small business,
and I know everybody's like, oh, you don't need a consult unless you're going to make at least like $10,000. Bullshit, because by the time you make the $10,000, you're like, oh, I did it wrong.
Yeah, it's worse. But yeah, fine. Because what's going to happen is you're going to owe him for an hour of follow up.
His rates are super. You guys, his rates are super reasonable.
Yeah, do that. Check out SRF. Oh, foodforestfarms.com.
He charges what I charge, and people give me a lot of shit about not charging enough money. So.
Yeah, you got to give people a brief.
Yeah.
If you don't need it to like do it, like need it, right? Help the community out. Yeah, that's well fun. Why did I rent Camp Suniki for $17 a day plus 30% off?
Exactly. I mean, like, look, man, if you're starting a business and you can't afford to throw a couple $300 to help you make the right decisions while you're starting a business, I mean, I feel like.
Yeah. If it's going to be real, if you're like, I'm doing this, then
yeah. If you're real, don't fuck around.
All right. Well, let's see. Okay, I already got art for next week.
Yes,
Jared versus was Jared versus the AI. Jared versus the AI. I missed it by a couple hours. He's like, God, AI beat me. I was like, you can be ahead as far as you want. You can give me slides for 44, 45, 46, but you can't be behind.
Right.
Gotta publish a link. Boom.
Right. Boom.
It's gotta go out. Sunday afternoon's the deadline. Dun, dun, dun. Or Sunday before bed, because usually I'm like Monday morning, like, I didn't do the show frames. Get the week done.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out.
All right.
Bye, everybody.